Good day to viewers, the Colonel speaking to you live from the Preceptory for British Imperial YouTube Broadcasting. Actually I think a couple of years ago I bought a rather interesting album off eBay. Here it is. It's a whole what album. They're rather interesting in that, there we go. You've got a pull there, and the records sort of slide backwards like that. Anyway, it wasn't very expensive, £4 or £5. But it contained one or two interesting records. Most were awful, of course, but this one was the best one. His Master's Voice C545, The Huntsman. Sung, it says, by Mr. Leno. It's more spoken than sung, but anyway, here we go. See what you think.
I've just come back to where I've been, as you may well suppose. No doubt you feel astonished for to see me in these clothes. Well, at present I'm a huntsman gay am I. And all the people laugh at me when through the air I fly. That is, I say through the air I fly. Of course, I'm not a flyer. I'm a tripe dresser, you know, by birth. I mean by trade. But it was very funny. There was a friend of mine that's come into a bit of money. Very nice man he is, very nice. I suppose I borrowed money off him, more money off him than any man I know. He wrote me a letter. He said, "Dear old boy, come down and have a day's hunt." Well, that surprised me because I didn't know what he meant. Hunt? I didn't know anything about hunting. What's he going to hunt for? So a friend of mine said very likely there were horses, so I got these suit of clothes. I popped down and I was all right. I met him at the station, and he said, "Hello," he says, "old fellow," he says, "you're just in time for the meet." So I looked at him, I said, "Meet?" Well, I said, "Have you opened a butcher shop?" He says, "Butchers? No." He says, "You're all right." He says, "Go on up to the house and have some hunt breakfast." So I thought, of course, there we are. The meat's up at the house for the breakfast. I said, very likely he's made a meat tea, only he's made a breakfast of it. So I went up, and I hunted all over the place for the breakfast, and he did want some hunting for it. There wasn't a scrap of meat. There'd been some hounds there before I got there. But however, he came to me and he said, "Come along, old man." He says, "We'll go round to the stables and get your horse." So we went round, and there was my horse. That is to say, the horse they'd left for me. They'd got the best one. But it was a funny thing, and I always believe in it, that horses love human beings at first sight. Because the moment he looked at me in the stable, he left off eating. And there was a look came over his face, a look as much as to say, "Good heavens, what is it?" So I brought him out of the stable, or rather he brought me out of the stable. Well, to tell the truth, we were both coming out, only I put my head on the top of the door and brought the door with me. So we got out, and as soon as we got out, he could see I was a stranger. He wouldn't go where they wanted him. He took and showed me all round the fields and all through the conservatories and all over the flower beds. I hadn't much time to notice anything in particular because he was in a hurry, and to show me all at once. Then he stopped in front of a ditch. Well, of course, the moment we got to the front of the ditch, I knew what the man told me. He said, "When you see the ditch, take it." So I took it. Well, I suppose I took about 1.5 pints, but no more. I wouldn't take another lick-your of ditch for thousands. And then he came up to me while I was up in my neck in ditch, and he said, "Follow the scent." I said, "You follow it yourself, I've had enough here." But it was a beautiful day, away. Well, we don't know where we go, but still, well, I know we went away.
Well, there were some words at the end there, so, oh dear. I've forgotten with the lack of run-out grooves. Never mind, viewers. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Jolly clear version. Thank you and goodbye.